We know how to work with you. I think people think that there's only one way to be a Christian. They did that with Jesus. And it's just like, no, he is the Christ. Like, there is no Christianity.
I have to say, I've been watching seasons, Justin Bieber seasons on YouTube. You can watch this 10-part series. They're all available now.
I wish I just had walked into this clean and free and clean slate. But what it taught me is
not gonna do. They'd be like, great, let's recast her now. So I had to meet them where they were in order for me to understand.
Your words? If you can solve a mystery, what would it be?
The Shake Shack special sauce.
What flavor of ice cream is?
It's just hard because I always felt like, before seasons came out, I really felt like I always battled with the idea.
Especially in Jesus, like our relationship with Christ is always going deeper and deeper and deeper. And where I was before.
And then they're like, okay, well, there's 10 other people that would be happy to show their areolas. So
Happy. I definitely did
Show you my outfit options.
Ooh, let's do it. When do you usually wake up anyway?
Around 9 or 10 a.m.
Do you?
From my own mouth, instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me and being able.
We know how to work with you. I think people think that there's only one way to be a Christian. They did that with Jesus. And it's just like, no, he is the Christ. Like, there is no Christianity.
What's an emoji you guys use 90% of the time?
The red heart.
What was the first thing you thought of when you were alone?
It was that you're just normal. You're a couple.
Yeah.
And you're fun. And I mean, was it odd having cameras around you at all times?
I wasn't married right now and we were sitting here. Who I was a year ago wouldn't have been who I was now anyway.
What was the difference between who you were?
How to help them meet me where I was. Because I was nervous, like they're gonna be like, here's where the road ends.
Right.
Thankfully,
Times do you?
I was always the type of person where it freaked me out, the idea of giving
19 minutes before your first ever Vogue cover shoot.
That's true.
How does it feel?
Feels amazing.
And Justin's on the cover with you.
Yes.
Scenes and Justin with his new album and, you know, paparazzi, you go, oh my gosh, they're the biggest stars. And what I took away.
And we all have shame for things we've done, but it doesn't have to define who we are. And it didn't have to define me in my relationship.
that was not the situation.
Because unfortunately, in this industry, that does happen a lot. Like, you go in, you say something, you know, you're not comfortable with.
Yeah, no.
Where have you been lately?
I have been at home in Canada.
Okay, and can you sing the...
Like 4 in, so no spoiler.
Catch up?
Yeah, I will. You're great in it because, and I like that you did.
Series or whatever it was going to be, didn't really appeal to me. But what really happened through the process.
A year ago and who you are today.
I think who I was a year ago was somebody who had just.
That people didn't really know me. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know Hailey for Hailey. And I just always had this constant.
Alarm went off this morning.
My Vogue cover shoot.
Hailey, you must be so excited.
Yes, I am. Let me.
People too much or letting them in too much to my personal life. So the idea of doing ever a documentary or a docuseries.
Where I was a wife, in who I was before I was a wife, is not who I am now. I think even if
It's easier for the next Christian who wants to enter this field, when they deal with a director or production company, they can be like,
He is.
Were you texting Justin when I arrived?
No, I was actually ordering Postmates.
How often do you guys text?
Every day.
This because it's kind of a sneak behind the scenes of your life, and you know, when you see you on the cover of magazines.
The process of doing seasons is I realized that I was able to tell my story about who I was.
A year ago and who you are today.
I think who I was a year ago was somebody who had just.
Dream?
Sometimes.
What 3 words best describe you?
You tell me.
Those are 3.
humanity without him.
Your relationship with God is not going to be the same as mine, and not the same as yours or any other person.
Getting me into your schedule to ask.
73 questions.
You know how this works. Is it true I'm catching you 17 hours and...
Scenes and Justin with his new album and, you know, paparazzi, you go, oh my gosh, they're the biggest stars. And what I took away.
Canadian national anthem.
Oh, Canada. That's all I know.
You've certainly been to...
That people didn't really know me. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know Hailey for Hailey. And I just always had this constant